Aloha. Today we're going to be talking about bows. Many of you have seen maybe this type of bow, which is created by wrapping many loops around your hand or a piece of cardboard and then cutting, notching, tying, and then opening loops. That's not what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you a different technique today. This technique works on many different sizes and types of ribbon. This one, organza, came out pretty good, my attempt, I think. But when I tried it with a satin ribbon, as you can see, not so much. So the technique we'll be using today will allow you to make small, large, two-color, however many colors that is, many colors, satin, organza. Basically, you can make any size, any material ribbon using this technique without the wrapping, notching, tying, separating technique. Okay? Let's get started. I hope you watched my Plumeria Lei making lesson 1. This is sort of a follow-up, but some of the same things are involved, including necessary tools and equipment. So, we are going to be attempting to make a bow like this. Out of this ribbon. Cut to the chase. What happens is the spacing between where you make your marks is going to determine the size of your loop. The number of dots you have is going to determine the number of loops. Spacing distance, size of loop, number of dots, number of loops. Now this one I've already marked, but I'm sure you can figure it out. We have 19 dots spaced 4 inches apart. Okay, now let's get to sewing. Oh, and just a heads up, you want to make your dots on the dull side of satin ribbon. There's a shiny side and a dull side. Now you're going to sew this, but you're going to do a loop and you're going to do it at an angle. And then you're going to alternate. So I'm going to start at the top. Don't go too close to the edge. And you want to keep your dot in the middle. So I'm going to go in at the top and out at the bottom. Now the next one, I'm going to want to go in at the top. keeping all the loops to the bottom. Pull the needle side thread tight to your knot. Now make your overhand knot. Two times. Then pull tight needle side, pull tight other side. Okay, now we're going to tie this to Lesson 1, Plumeria Lei. Lay your bow flat. Find where you tied both ends of the lei together. Place that where you're going to tie. And then, using your stubby little fingers without crushing any of the petals too much, tie a square knot, overhand knot, the more the merrier. And spiff it up a little bit. You can trim the tails to whatever length you want. Trim off the extra thread. There you have it. Okay, now to make some of these fancier multi-ribbon bows, the technique is basically the same as what I've already showed you. Say, to make this one, 2-color organza and satin, 2 different sizes. You want to have your satin facing towards you, and it's basically stack your ribbon with the smaller one in the center, leave your tail, make your marks, and come through the back, down through the front at an angle like previously. Now, when you make this bow, you can leave it like this, stacked down the center, or you can separate the 2 different colors, however you wish. Okay, now for this organza, same, you'll take your widest organza, stack your narrower one, leave your tail, make your dot spacing, come through the back, down through the front, at an angle until you get to the end, and you'll have that. This 2-color is same size, so whichever color you want stacked, it doesn't matter, but same. Leave your tail, make your dots in the back, down the front, at an angle. And this one you can separate as well, however you want it to look. Okay? Now, for this 2-color one, a little bit different. Whichever color you want to start with, it really doesn't matter, but start from the tail and leave your other color with the tail facing that way. And again, okay, now when you get to the last dot, this is when you want to take your second color, line up your dots, and we're through the front. So coming from the back at the top, top, keeping your angle and your dots centered until you get to the end, and then it's same technique. Pull your thread through, tie it, fluff it up nice,